Good evening, everyone. This is Jammu and Kashmir News Analysis. Today, we will be covering news both from 16th of July and 17th of July. कल ज़्यादा न्यूज़ नहीं आई थी related to Jammu and Kashmir, and today also there is not much which is important for UPSC and JKS exams. So I tried to club both the analysis in one video only. So let's start from the yesterday's Greater Kashmir. The first news is about Ladakh. There is a village in Ladakh called as Smoor. This village has been officially declared as the book village of Ladakh. Why it has been declared? There are some reasons. The first reason is that this village has 16 mini libraries and there is also a dedicated reading center. And this all has been done with the efforts of the local people. So this makes it the first village which has been exclusively in the Ladakh and which has its own library. So it can be asked in JKSSB or you can mention it as a case study in the interview and this mains. The next is just a news which tells us about the extent of deforestation that is currently taking place in the UT of J&K. That is in Badarwa Forest Division. Around lakhs trees worth lakhs of rupees have been found cut through the local timber smugglers, and these are belonging to kale species. Kale are generally coniferous trees, and this shows that how the deforestation situation of deforestation is aggravating in Kashmir, in Jammu and Kashmir. So you can quote it as an example for deforestation in your mains and interview. The next important news is about the cybercrime and the digital harassment that is currently taking place across all the social media platforms. This is an interesting article and it tries to cover the various legislations which are currently present in the Indian legal structure against the cyberbullying, cyber stalking, and various types of crimes and sexual harassments that are taking place across the digital space. So coming to the legislative this structure, directly हम आते हैं what the legislative structure is available to us. The first is the Information Technology Act 2000, that is the IT Act, and second is the IPC, that is the Indian Penal Code. Section 66A of IT was being declared vague and it was struck down by the Supreme Court in 2015. But the IPC has certain sections, for example, Section 354D, which is for stalking, and Section 499, which is for defamation. तो आपको ये तीन laws जो है वो याद रखने हैं. One is the Indian Information Technology 2000, that is IT Act, and second are the two sections related to IPC. One is section 354D related to stalking and second is 499 related to defamation. Then the author says that how we should be what should be the way forward and how we should reform the legal structure which is currently present in the at the national level and at the state level, how we should clearly define what constitutes cyberbullying and what includes the online harassment. I don't think there is any other news which is important. This news was already covered in the previous analysis where it was being said that how the Apple prices are being going down because of the controlled atmosphere, because of the apples which are already stored in the controlled atmosphere, and 20% of the produce is already present in it. And at the same time, we have been importing apples from Iran, US, and South Africa, which is also putting the market down and leading to price crisis and price decline. If we consider the daily Excelsior of 16 July, there is no important news which is related to UPSC and civil services examination other than the language of Dogri, which I have separately covered in another video. Coming to the daily Excelsior of 17th of July, also, there is not much which needs to be remembered rather than one news which is related to the Amarnath yatra. We have already covered it, how this yatra is going to be waste free and all. And I don't think there is any other news which is in this. Coming to the Greater Kashmir of 17th July. Also in Greater Kashmir of 7th July, the main news today is that how the 4 soldiers were being killed in the Doda region and what measures should the government take. We have already covered it as a thorough analysis in the previous lectures of 15th July or 14th July, I guess, and it was already covered in the Hindu, so you can watch from there. And I don't think there is any other news which is important. As I discussed that Amarnath Yatra is going to be environment friendly. You just have to remember few keywords. For example, zero landfill, zero waste yatra, 200 tons of waste was being generated, and how it was being segregated into wet waste and into dry waste, and how wet waste is being converted into compost, and how dry waste is being recycled, and how 70,000 sanitation workers are being employed in 3 shifts to clean the base camps, and there are also water ATMs which are being installed to make this yatra waste free. I think that is all for today, and I don't think there is any other news which is important. One more thing is there, that if we find that there is not much news related to the UT of Jammu and Kashmir, then that day we do not post the analysis. We try to club it to the next day in order to save your time. So that is it for today. Have a good day ahead.